Welcome and welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. It is your host, Galadon, and today we take a closer look at, that's right, a Town Hall 7 pushing his way to Legend League. It is none other than HK Finest from the clan Cyber War GSM. I will let you pronounce that how you wish. And we take a look at his base, and we're going to take a look at his journey today. He is so close. He is just a couple of attacks away from crossing that magical line to Legend League, and it has obviously been a rough journey. So we're going to talk a little bit more about how a Town Hall 7 or these lower Town Hall players can push to such high trophy numbers. Now, of course, yes, with the new Legend League change, rest in peace anybody who wants to push past 5,000. It's not going to happen unless you are a Town Hall 12. You're going to spend one day in Legend League and you're going to get crushed. Now, of course, if and when HK reaches Legend League, we will feature him again. We will show his experience, his day in Legend League, and how it goes for him. And yes, things are going to change dramatically. But in the meantime, here's the thing. If you are a lower level Town Hall, just because of the change in Legend League doesn't mean RIP to all lower level Town Hall trophy pushing. It just means to 5,000. You know, lower level Town Halls like these guys, HK Finest, can still push, and this is pretty impressive, I have to say, because as a Town Hall 7, he is facing some serious opponents. But the good news is, he's not alone, and what I mean by that is, obviously, he's not in Titan 2 facing Town Hall 12s. The game is trying to match him, if possible, with other bases that are closer to him in Town Hall level. So, and I talked to HK at length about this, he's finding mostly Town Halls 7, 8, 9, and 10 in his attacks. So let's talk a little bit more about his experience here. He is a college student. He's spending a lot of hours a day doing this, obviously, and I remember my college days. There are certain classes where you probably could have your phone open and sitting in the clouds throughout the entire class, especially lecture classes. That's just the way it is. But right there, you could see this was an attack. We didn't talk about the strategy, but we'll talk about it next. This is the attack that he uses every single time. 9 dragons, he's got the 3 rage spells, the Barbarian King, a few archers and minions, and again, almost always, it is going to be an attempt to just grab the 1 star. It's going to be extremely rare where he can pick up a 2, or if it lends by the base design, obviously, if somebody's got like an anti-3 setup where they've got the Town Hall towards the outside, then he might be able to pick up the rare 2 star. But he pretty much has to relegate himself to just chipping away up the trophy ladder ever so slowly, and obviously that's brutal on the way down because every time he takes the defense, he's getting hit for 3 stars. Very rarely, HK said, does anybody go easy on him or not 3-star him, although we do have an interesting defense coming up in just a moment from another trophy pusher. But right here, we're taking a look at what is usually happening. Now also, he will do his best to get a 2-star if at all possible, and when you're seeing lower level Town Halls like this, with a little bit of funneling and a little bit of luck, it happens. So watch as the dragons slowly but surely whittle away at the 3 o'clock portion of this base, because he is trying to create a funnel and a path for the last of his dragons to get to the Town Hall and grab that 2nd star. And I have to say, things looked pretty good right about here, except for 2 little problems. Number 1, the air sweeper, and number 2, the electro dragon. So yeah, the first time I watched this replay, I thought, hey, wow, he's gonna get the Town Hall. He's gonna grab that 2nd star. Look at the electro dragon just hunting dragons down and vaporizing them. And then this heroic dragon right here, battling against the Town Hall, and it looks like maybe he's going to get it. You can see the Expo, the sweeper, forcing him back, but he is winning the race against damage right here until, check out the corner of your screen, the Death from Blue comes, and that's right, behind him comes an Electro Dragon and instantly puts HK's last dragon out of its misery, and unfortunately, that's 7 more trophies that he is never going to see on his way up. So again, interesting hearing about how this works. Now, of course, HK does find himself in the clouds. So yes, the Legend League clouds may be fixed, but they're certainly not fixed for almost anybody in Titan 1. I will tell you that right now. Even my Town Hall 12, my Rushed 12, does see clouds, but nowhere near the clouds that a lower level Town Hall is going to see as the game tries to match you with another similar level Town Hall, and that's what you're seeing right here. So now this for HK Finest is one of those exposed town halls. Not completely exposed, but with a solid attack with some strategy right here, trying to get that air defense down. Look how close this air defense is. Just barely. The splash damage from the last loon gets the air defense out of the way, and now he can send in units to try to target the town hall specifically. He's got all of his dragons, or at least 7 of the 9 remaining, a couple of rage spells, so no doubt he is going to get the town hall, and he also wants to focus on the second star for damage, the 50%, obviously. Now, you ask, does he attack every single base he sees? No. He is, of course, forced to pass certain bases because he doesn't want to risk losing. Obviously, one failed attack is hours and hours, countless hours of time gone. And this has happened to HK in the past, so just like the rest of us, everybody does occasionally fail, unless you're Itsu, I guess. But the rest of us do occasionally fail. HK admitted to losing 140 trophies in one losing streak, where that's definitely that time you got to step away from the game, take a break. But hey, if you're pushing trophies like this, you can't take a break for long. You're looking at roughly 12 hours to 16 hours between defenses, unless you're using shields. And that is a key. Any player that is going to push like this needs to use those shields and needs to use them strategically. There are ways that you can use these shields at just the right times, and you combine them with the village guard. So as the guard runs out, you purchase the next shield. So it does involve some gems and some strategy beyond just attacking. Careful use of the village guard and the shield can minimize the number of defenses you take and maximize your attacks. So right here, HK picks up the 50%, walks away with a 2-star win and 12 trophies. So again, he's really only about 2 attacks away right now as we speak from reaching Legend League for the very first time. In the meantime, check this out. Yes, it is a defensive replay, but here, HK is being attacked by a Town Hall 5. A Town Hall 5 in Champion 3, who is also trophy pushing. Now, you can imagine it's extremely difficult for these low-level guys, but for a Town Hall 5 to find a 7 at this point, he had to have felt like he hit the jackpot, okay? In more ways than one, I'll tell you that right now. Not only was this a lower-level Town Hall, a 5 finding a 7, but the trophy offer here was probably either 58 or 59, or might have been 57, but it was 57 trophies or higher, and I'll show you why as we watch the rest of this attack. And basically what happens here is these balloons take too much effort for Paolo Baby to get down. By the time he's gotten the balloons out of the picture, because that was crucial, he had to pull those out, he doesn't have the troops left with his Barch to get to 50%. So he's going to do his best to surgically pick off the outside buildings to avoid the defenses. But as you can see, it doesn't work out, and Paolo Baby loses this attack. And check out the trophy loss right here. What do you think? How many trophies will he lose for this attack? That's right. HK did not gain a single trophy. Paolo Baby lost 1. That means that most likely he was offered 59 trophies for a 3-star. That's a Champion 3 attacking a Titan 1. That is crazy. Okay, that is just insanity. Now, this is more typical of what HK is seeing on defense. He's getting annihilated, and we saw this when we talked about the Town Hall 2. If you guys haven't seen that episode, the Town Hall 2 that made it to Titan League, make sure you go check that out as well. That is some crazy footage and some crazy attack strategy. Also extremely hard. Takes a lot of patience and a lot of time in the clouds. But yes, most often this is the scenario for HK. He gets crushed by higher Town Hall levels who are just happy to take their trophies and run. And yeah, so it makes this really difficult. Now, of course, we are going to follow HK on his way to Legend League and talk about his experience there, because I have faith that he will get there. If you guys want up-to-the-minute information about HK's push at Town Hall 7 to Legend League, then make sure you follow his Instagram. I put it on the screen earlier. It is, again, right here. It is NadeCoc, N-A-D-E-C-O-C, and the link is down in the description as well. And you know what? We actually have an update before I even had a chance to release this episode. HK made it to Legend League. So that's right. He is now past 5,000 trophies. This is the proof right here. He is not going to sign up for Legend League until the end of the season, so we will follow up then and see exactly what happens if he can beat the all-time record of 5,049 trophies for a Town Hall 7. We wish him luck. Thank you guys, as always, for watching all the way to the end of the episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Get ready for more exciting Clash of Clans episodes every single day. Get out there, have a fantastic one, and I will see you back here again tomorrow for more Full Attacks.
Galadon, he's a Town Hall 7. He wins more ticks than you.